welcome to another A-Level Computer Science video with me, Mr Goff, for MrGoff.com. This video will focus on standard application layer protocols. There are 6 standard protocols you need to be familiar with. FTP for transferring files between computers, HTTP for accessing and communicating with HTML pages, HTTPS for doing the same but with encryption, POP3 for downloading messages from an email server, SMTP for sending mail to your email server and onto the recipient's email server, and SSH, which is secure shell used to remotely access and manage a computer. Let's have a look at some of these in more detail now. File Transfer Protocol, or FTP for short, is an efficient means for transferring files between a computer and an FTP server using FTP client software. FTP client software allows the user to drag and drop files like they would on their computer to manage their files, while it produces the necessary FTP commands associated with the actions. It is possible to have an anonymous FTP client by not requiring login details. However, this is unusual because you normally want to know who has access to your FTP server and what they're doing on it. FTP is commonly used to update websites on web servers and to allow rapid data transfer. This can be useful in areas such as filmmaking, where digital films can be shot on location and immediately uploaded so that the special effects team has access to them back in a remote location. SSH is the secure shell protocol that lets you log in securely to a remote computer and execute commands. SSH took over from the unencrypted Telnet, which was previously used to control computers remotely. SSH uses public key encryption and requires a digital certificate to authenticate the user. It's widely used by network managers to manage machines remotely. It uses commands similar to those seen in MS-DOS. SSH can be used to make a TCP connection to a remote port for the purpose of sending commands to this port using application-level protocols such as GET for HTTP, SMTP commands for sending email, and POP3 for retrieving email. These are known as an SSH tunnel. This can be a useful tool to encrypt data traveling between 2 networks. It can also allow access to services that might otherwise be blocked by the company firewall. Email servers are like digital mailboxes for your email messages. Outgoing messages are sent using SMTP from your computer to your mail server and from your mail server to the recipient's mail server where they are stored until they download them. Incoming email messages can be accessed from your mail server using either POP3 or IMAP. With POP3, the messages are downloaded to the device on which they're read and could not be seen if they were accessed again from a different device. On IMAP, the messages are viewed from the server, but they're never actually removed, so you can still see them if you view them again with another device. This makes IMAP the more common way to access your email in the modern world where people have multiple devices. A web server hosts web pages. Users request web pages from web servers using HTTP. Large organizations with lots of visitors to their website may have several duplicates of their site on different web servers and use complex algorithms to spread the load when they are busy. Web pages themselves generally consist of the HTML web pages that are made up of elements in tags, cascading style sheets that apply formatting and layout rules to those elements, and JavaScript code that adds additional interactivity to websites. The Document Object Model, or DOM for short, converts HTML elements into objects in a tree structure. The CSS Object Model is used to apply styles to the HTML objects. JavaScript is then passed and executed. Once this has all been completed, the web page is rendered for the user in their web browser and appears as anticipated. That brings us to the end of this video on standard application layer protocols. Join me again soon when I'll be looking in more detail at IP addresses. Use the resources at mrgoff.com to help you revise computer science. And until next time, it's bye for now.